Okay, yeah, please, Jeff.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to ask you a question about something you said in Bedminster as well. You said that you're planning to issue an executive order to ensure that health insurance companies prevent or cover people with
Yes.
pre-existing conditions, and you said that that had never been done before, but that's not the case because that is the law under the Affordable Care Act. So my question is, why do you need to issue an executive order for law that is already existing?
But I didn't say, I said as an executive order. As you said as an executive order, it hasn't been done before. We want to be able to assure people that pre-existing condition is always taken care of. As you know, we've done tremendous things having to do with the individual mandate. We got rid of the individual mandate from Obamacare, which really ended Obamacare as it would be officially known, because the individual mandate was the biggest part. It was also the most unpopular part, where you pay for a terrible privilege of overpaying for insurance. You pay not to have to pay for your health care. And that was a disaster for people and a very unpopular. That was called the individual mandate, and we terminated that and officially terminated that. And that was something that we have been given thanks for by many, many people. But the individual mandate will always be with us. The individual mandate termination will always be. They can't start it up. In fact, I don't even believe, you'll have to tell me, I don't believe it's been challenged when we ended it. And pre-existing conditions, the Republicans are 100% there. And I'll be issuing at some point in the not too distant future a very strong statement on that, probably in the form of an executive order.
Why do you need, sir, to do an executive order if it's already a part of existing
Just a double
law?
safety net, and just to let people know that the Republicans are totally, strongly in favor of pre-existing condition, taking care of people with pre-existing conditions. It's a signal to people. It's a second platform. We have pre-existing conditions will be taken care of 100% by Republicans and the Republican Party. I actually think it's a very important statement. Yeah, please.
Press government, if 160,000 people had died on President Obama's watch, do you think you would have called for his resignation?
No, I wouldn't have done that. I think it's been amazing what we've been able to do. If we didn't close up our country, we would have had 1.5 or 2 million people already dead. We've called it right. Now we don't have to close it. We understand the disease. Nobody understood it because nobody's ever seen anything like this. The closest thing is in 1917, they say, right? The great pandemic certainly was a terrible thing where they lost anywhere from 50 to 100 million people. Probably ended the Second World War. All the soldiers were sick. That was a terrible situation, and this is highly contagious. This one is highly, highly contagious. Now, if I would have listened to a lot of people, we would have kept it open. And by the way, we keep it open now, all the way. We keep it open. But we would have kept it open, and you could be up to 1.5 million or 2 million people right now. 1.5 to 2 million people. Our people have done a fantastic job. Our consultants and our doctors, and with disagreements and with a lot of things happening. What we've done with ventilators has been amazing. What we've done with medical equipment has been incredible. We've supplied the governors. Nobody, not one person in this country that needed a ventilator didn't get it. And at the beginning, there was a big shortage of ventilators. Nobody had stockpiles or anything comparable to what you had to have. So we would have lost, if you think about it, you had mentioned 160,000 people. Multiply that times 10 right now. I think it would have been unsustainable and unacceptable. But that's what would have happened had we kept it open. So, no, I think we're a very large country. We are one person. I said all the time, a lot of people like to leave that out. One person is too many. It should have never happened. But they've done really an extraordinary job. They'll never be given the credit, and I'm not talking about me. The people that have worked on this so hard will never be given the credit, but they've done an extraordinary job with a very large, diverse country. Really an extraordinary job. And a lot of the governors who, as you know, they sort of do the micro in their states, and they go up, and I think I can tell you that a lot of the governors have done an extraordinary job too. Yeah, please go ahead.